Welcome to this episode of the Test Box. And the box is complete. Hello there, in this episode of the Test Box I'm going to go through the rest of the steps, the building steps taken to complete this version of the Test Box, and then be able to prepare and set up the box for the first robots. So as well as completing the HDPE inner walls, making sure everything connects correctly and making sure the door can close properly, there'll also be ideas for future improvements which I may cover in a future episode. This includes changing out these longish M8 screws, which don't really need to be that long, and replacing them with these much shorter M8 screws. So these would go on things like the roof panels and the upper parts of the test box. And they'll mean that there'll be a lot less screw visible, and it's just a lot cleaner to design that way. So a recap from the previous episode. This is the completed test box door with the HDPE inner wall installed. The next thing to do after this was to finish off the rest of the HDPE inner walls on the test box. This is the first side of the box mid-wall complete. You can see the HDPE overlaps the two polycard panels, so it gives it more structural strength. And a similar thing was done for the mid-wall on the other side. The central screws on these panels actually also go through the HDPE panel on the outside, so that connects things together nicely. And here you can see the walls look a lot more complete now. You've got most of the walls in. The only things left to do now are the end HDPE wall panels. These end panels had to interface with the test box door HDPE panel, so they have quite a big corner cut out the bottom. When the test box door closes, it makes quite a nice interlock with the HDPE inner walls. And this is the first HDPE end wall installed in the box. You kind of get an idea from this picture how the end wall interacts with the door inner HDPE wall. And likewise, here's the other end piece for the HDPE inner walls, also slotting in nicely with the HDPE inner wall for the door panel. And then that's it, we've got all the HDPE inner walls in now. And then it was just a case of making sure the box door closed properly with all the walls installed. So the next thing here really was to order the locking bar itself. I got two of these to try. One of these is a 6mm diameter mild steel bar, and the other one is an 8mm diameter one. At first I thought I would have to bend the locking bars, that's why I got the 6mm one. But it turns out you can actually get some collars that clamp in over cylindrical tubes. So I was able to use the 8mm locking bar just fine, and then get the clamps for it later. The locking bar fit quite nicely on the box first time, so I was pretty pleased with that. The clamps for the locking bar are going to be to stop the locking bar sliding out when the robot's in there. I found the clamps in the same shop that sold ball bearings. So here we have the test box complete, with the door locked in nicely with the locking bar. Any future video on a test box now is going to be improvements on this design. So that about wraps up this episode. So the test box is now pretty much complete, and I'm going to start to move on to actually showing videos of robots being tested in the box, and then potentially a future episode of the test box where I'm showing how I've improved it from this iteration. So I look forward to seeing you then. So I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.